I had the mic muted. What is good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? So we're here with Tommy NFG's overrated places. This one dropped a couple weeks ago, but I forgot to react to it, so I'm dropping this and his newest video reaction on the same day. So let's go ahead, peep, like, subscribe, share, noties, follow my socials, and support the original video. Let's go.
According to statistics, at least 1.3 billion people have had a vacation since last year, going to all types of wonderful places around the world and experiencing things they never normally would. But I hate happiness, so we're gonna talk about how all these places are absolutely trash. And of course, disclaimer, just because I'm right and you're wrong doesn't mean it should take away from your experience, you know? And we're starting off with probably the holy grail of places being overrated, Los Angeles. Bro, I don't know if it was just me, but when I was younger, LA and Hollywood was depicted like heaven on earth, like a place you wouldn't ever want to leave. I felt like as soon as I would touch down, I would be escorted in the city with red carpet rolled out for me. I would walk the streets and casually see Will Smith and Johnny Depp and have a nice conversation with them. And if you're on the West Coast or live in Cali, you're probably thinking why anyone would think LA is like this because you visited it multiple times from when you were younger to older. But coming from someone who lives about 30 minutes from Baltimore, I mean, anything's better than that. As a kid,
Wait, what?
I thought it was gonna be an escape from nothing going on where I live. And that's what
most, bro. He in MT got. He in DMV. Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, nah. I don't know who. That's low-key how I feel, low-key, when people come to tour in DC. Because it's like when people tour DC and I see like the buses and tour groups, I'm like, I don't know what y'all doing here. There ain't nothing spectacle. It's guns, metro, and whatever else you can find. Hey, pork bellies is nice. Pot bellies is nice though. But I don't know, bro. Like, that's why I find it crazy people tour like Maryland, and they'll be like, "Oh, Maryland's so cool." No, the fuck it isn't. The reason it's not cool is because I've been here my entire life. I want to get the fuck out.
Most people around the world still have Imagine in their mind when they envision how visiting it would be like. I went there about 3 times in my lifetime, recently 4 months ago, and my view on it will never change. The first thing you notice off rip when walking in the LA streets is the putrid smell of the sidewalks. Like, I don't know how often they clean them. Who am I kidding? They definitely don't. But imagine walking miles right after smelling the community dumpster water. I genuinely think if you live there, you need to walk around with an oxygen tank just to not get poisoned. Honestly, I don't even understand how people still live in LA in 2024. Like, we all know how much it costs to live in California, but imagine the epicenter of it. You're paying 2 times the price of a state that's already 4 times too expensive. There is no other state where $100,000 a year salary is gonna still make you homeless. Which is why you'll see a solid 10 homeless people per store just wandering the streets. The average cost for a 1-bedroom apartment is $2,691.
Bitch. For a 1-bedroom? Okay, wait, that's for a 1-bedroom, right? Nah. For a 1-bed, 2,600? Damn near 27? For all right.
$1 there. I couldn't imagine getting paid at 2 times what every other state pays than still being broke. The homeless people are better off living in the African safari than living in LA. At least they'll be able to hunt for their food or something. Honestly, I can understand why all the degenerate content creators and streamers come from LA, because they have to act like that to survive. If they're not clout chasing and collabing with the newest hottest person, then they're done for. Just as fast as LA swallows them, it's gonna spit them out. If they're $1 off in rent, they get sent to the inferno of LA. Skid Row. I just imagine walking down Skid Rows like when you start a Call of Duty zombies match. I'm finna be running around with Juggernaut and double tap just to make sure I survive. Like, how do you even live in LA knowing you can go from sunny, palmy downtown that's all fun and dreamy, then have a chance to drive down Skid Row and get lunged at by a local crackhead? And it's crazy to me that in California, it's the most taxed state ever, and there's still homeless people like that on the streets. Next, we got time.
Wait, does it actually? Give the biggest wait to say New York.
Times Square in New York City. I will put all of New York, but I never know when I gotta go there, and don't want to get some from the Bronx mad to gun me down. It's crazy how
I'll say this. Times Square. I say Times Square is very New York in general is very overrated, but when you go to Times Square, it would be fun. Like it's fun. It's fun, you know. But yeah, no. Every time I went to New York, I've gone to like visit family, and they like in what was it, Jamaica or Jamaica, Queens, like so. Like those parts of New York are nice, you know. But yeah, New York.
These two places are the most
I don't,
visited in the US
I
from
don't know.
people around the world, only for them to realize when you're in Times Square you getting squished like a sardine trying to move around. Like, I
Yep.
genuinely couldn't imagine you're a foreigner from another country, you do not speak English, and you have to try to
navigate Times Square.
You look at the left and see a bunch of goofy mascots fighting over who gets to take a pic with the tourists. You look at the right and see a homeless dude who crawled out the gutter. And I know for a fact they get to the Statue of Liberty only to realize that, damn, it really is just a green statue. I don't understand the people around the world that are foaming at the mouth just to see it. Like, Statue of Liberty ain't even top 10 monuments in my mind.
It makes no sense.
Even when I was younger and saw it for the first time, I did not give a single
Exactly. It's just the statue. It's like it's just someone with a crown and a torch holding whatever what is it holding something? I can't remember. Like the most interested I've been in the Statue of Liberty was Doctor Who when it was a angel. Other than that, it's a fucking statue. It's not even a real monument in my opinion.
Like, there's certain monuments I understand you being hyped about seeing. The pyramids, the
Right.
Taj Mahal, the Colosseum. But the Statue of Liberty and Eiffel Tower have got to be the lowest on my list. And the craziest thing is that it wasn't even made in America. It was given by France in 1876. The people I feel bad for the most are the taxi drivers and Uber drivers that have
Facts.
to navigate the cities. I genuinely think if I tried to drive in Times Square, I'd have a heart attack right on the spot. I would block a
I
dude
wouldn't
by
want to be
accident.
a Uber driver in New York because I feel like New York people. Listen, because I feel like New York people, they're not real. Some people, you can say that about damn near any state nowadays with fucking New York people, Florida people, Baltimore people, but listen, New York City, Times Square, Bronx. You could just name a place in New York. They're probably not real people there. Queens is fine. Everywhere else, no.
And he would smash my windows from slowing him down, getting his bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, there's no way you could even afford to live on that salary as an Uber driver there. If LA is the epicenter of California's expensiveness, then Manhattan is its brother. I would burst to tears looking at my landlord as he says the rent is $4K a month to live in a box with a bucket as the toilet. But people will still choose in full sprint to live there just to try to live the dream life they used to see on TV. The next place we got is Japan. There's some neck-bearded Discord mod that probably broke his computer just at me mentioning Japan. Now, let's not tell all lies here, okay? Japan has a lot of amazing things going for it. For one, prostitution is legal there. Maybe that's why so many people want to visit Japan. It's all kind of
that's crazy. That is a crazy first thing to say. Crazy first thing to say.
And shit, I still haven't even visited it yet. It's definitely something I'm gonna do. But the glaze for Japan is so insane. Like, any little invention that comes out of the country is like the new iPhone to people. Japan could make water, produce it the same exact way America does it, and people are gonna glaze it just because it's Japanese water or something. I literally saw someone using a ketchup and mustard packet that makes a design on a hot dog, and people were going, wow, Japan really is living in 2050. Americans could never understand some high tech like this. Are you really that useless that you can't simply put some sauce on some food? Like, so many people see all this new shiny tech and want to move to Japan so badly. Meanwhile, I genuinely think none of them would even survive a week there. Visiting Japan and enjoying all the commodities is one thing, but living there is a complete
other thing.
I've heard so many stories of the Japan work life and how you're basically an office slave for life. If you think the 40-hour work week is a lot, then don't even try. You're gonna have to double them numbers or nothing in Japan. Maybe even triple them. You might have to pull LeBron numbers. Workers are so exhausted there that people just pass out on the subway like it's a normal occurrence to see. They squeeze out all the life force from them like a juicing machine, then print another one to keep it going. I guess it can't be no different than the 5 homeless men sleeping you'll see in a New York subway though. Japan actually requires its citizens to take a vacation every year. Maybe Japan actually is living in the future. hey, Biden or Trump, whoever wins next, y'all better make this a law. I don't know why you even want to work this much. Japanese people gotta have some type of brain chip that boosts your work ethic. And the government of your entire country is telling you to stop and take a free break every year, and you don't want to do it. And for the ladies that want to live their ooh so bad, just make sure to get the Barbie X Hello Kitty pepper spray ready. The amount of freaky dudes and creeps in Japan needs to be studied. Like, how did they all concentrate and gather in Japan? It makes no sense. Now, obviously, it's not all the guys there, but it's way too much of a problem there. If you buy a phone in Japan, you literally can't turn off the photo shutter sound because there's so many creepy dudes taking pics of under girls' skirts. And they have an entire cart in their subways just for women. This is the exact type of dudes girls be talking about in the man versus bear argument. I honestly think it's all the lolly hentai the dudes be watching there. That can't be good for your brain. Also, Japan's population works so much that they don't even have time to be like, it's a well-known thing that Japan's population is declining at the highest degree. And when you're working 12-hour shifts every day, that kind of makes sense. Hey, listen, Japan. Make the call and I can help you solve this population problem. It don't sound too bad of a task. Next place we got is Paris. Paris, just like LA, was depicted like heaven on earth to me.
I know a couple people who have gone to Paris. The exact words, it is not all that. The food, listen, anytime you travel anywhere, I'll say this, food will probably be good anywhere you travel. Everything else you hear about the place will be so fucking either mid or hot or lowballed that it makes no sense. And not lowballed, but over exaggerated rated. But anything lowballed about the place, it's awesome. Like, that's probably what happens. Like, I could probably tell someone, oh yeah, no, Maryland, the National Harbor ain't even like that. They'll have the best time of their lives. But if I say the National Harbor is the best thing we've got, which really, realistically it is, because we don't have shit in Maryland. We got to go like DC or Virginia for some shit. Then, like, people are going to be like, Maryland ain't all that. Like, that's the thing. When y'all glaze the mess out of it, y'all gotta like lowball the shit out of something for us to be impressed.
I thought as soon as I landed in France, the French president would lead me to my own custom motorcade. The most beautiful French woman would be serving me croissants and tea. But Paris in reality is just a New York City.
Croissants and tea. I'm not going to people who share the same continent as beans and toast niggas though. I'm not gonna lie.
You walk around and the streets are full of garbage bags hanging out from 2 weeks ago. Why do y'all think that Remy was out in Paris in the first place? Because it's a rat's paradise. You get all the free garbage you need. If I was a rat, I would be stupid to not be living in Paris. And a lot of people visit because they see all the cafes and think it's a dream to sip coffee while looking at the Eiffel Tower. And the cafes are cool and all, but America had to give Paris some good old freedom. Paris legit has fast food restaurants. Like, I thought it was all supposed to be classic French cuisine. There should be no reason there's a Popeyes in Paris. If you come from another country and have Popeyes,
yo, hey, bruh, where there's Popeyes, there's niggas. So if there's a Popeyes in Paris, there's niggas in Paris. Doing that.
you don't really hear about. For a city shown,
okay, I don't know why I rewinded it to that.
They target the out of any tourist and try to scam them by any means.
But
people make whole guides on YouTube of how to avoid scams when you do visit Paris. I know my dumb ass would definitely get tricked by one of these scams.
To be fair, that's almost any damn foreign country where niggas want to scam you. Cause it's like, bro, I hear my roommate tells me don't go to Italy, don't go to Italy don't go to Italy, but if you do, you might don't get scammed. Someone said don't get scammed in Paris. Someone said don't get scammed in fucking China one time. I'm like, nigga, can I go somewhere and just not have to worry about being scammed? No, because if foreigners come here, wrong camera. Because if foreigners come here, they're gonna get scammed in fucking Baltimore. Hell, them niggas will rob them on the street. Like the fuck?
one specific scam where you go to buy a train ticket and someone will come up to you to help with an official Metro uniform. Then when you buy the train ticket, it turns out it's a fake train ticket given by a fake employee and they just dip the out. What can you even do about that? No wonder people hate French people. And nowadays, Paris is known for having the worst bed bug infestation ever. Just know, if you visit now, you're gonna come back with some extra friends. Maybe some extra friends down there too. I'm gonna be honest, this infestation is like the least surprising thing I've ever heard of. When you leave out trash on the streets and forget about it, no it's gonna happen. Anyways, we're gonna end it right there. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah. Japan is good. Japan, they glaze the hell out of Japan. That's fact. I think we gotta stop glazing places. Just speak the truth. Just say, oh, you want to go there? All right, what have you heard about it? Oh, here's nice. All right, great. Don't say just the greatest. And I sure as hell don't want. And anywhere you want to visit, you don't want to live. Trust me. Okay, because I've always wanted to visit and maybe live in New York. Fuck no. All right. I'll see y'all though. Shout
out to me, I've been up. Pump from the crack as of lately, I'm telling them duck. Head to the party, I'm grabbing a cup. What's in my drink has been getting them stuck. I've been here for the moment, they gone for the next, and that shorty gon' slide. But I only one neck up inside of the crib, and I'm holding the ticket. They kick down the doors, better know